Hey everyone, and welcome back to a game where the best thing that you can do to start your day with is, well, is by discovering a secret in it. That's right, Metroid Zero mission. So yeah, right now we are in a great location. This is our next destination where we need to go. In this place we'll be facing off against our first major boss in the game, which is called Great. And yeah, you see here from the save room you can, enter, well, this secret area which leads to Missile Tank. So you see on the map we have this big room which has well, a drawing of a giant dinosaur in it. Well, this is the room where actually Kraid resides, so yeah, this is his room. The boss is very big. Basically, yeah, this whole big room is filled with this boss, so yeah, this boss is very gigantic, and you may wonder who is Great. Well, you see, the main villains of the entire Metroid franchise are called Space Pirates, and the Space Pirates resemble these kinda like mini xenomorphs, which are pretty dangerous, one of the most dangerous enemies to deal with in the entire game. Yeah, they are very fast, they are very swift, and the leader of these Space Pirates is called Ridley, which is also our arch nemesis, which is also the main villain of the entire Metroid franchise. And Ridley has, well, a right-hand man, which is called Kraid. Or should I say right-hand dinosaur, because Kraid is, yeah, very big, giant green dinosaur. So yeah, this is who Kraid is. So yeah, we'll be facing against him in this place. As you can see, this place features some weird-looking enemies. These yellow critters, which just slowly crawl along the walls. Open up Google and search for Sukaman. Sukaman is a Digimon from, well, Digimon franchise, Digimon series, and yeah, Sukaman is just an exact copy of this particular enemy. I don't know why we have Digimon in this game, but well, that's how it is. So right now we are inspecting kinda like upper part of Great, and you see we have this weird looking mechanism at the top in this room. There will be a lot of them in this whole place, so right now we are searching for a device to actually, well, enable that mechanism. That mechanism will be able to kinda lead you from one screen to another, sorta. So yeah, right now we are kinda searching for a device to, well, enable this mechanism. As you can see, this whole section is, yeah, pretty mazy. You can get lost in this section, this whole location, much more easier. So yeah, right now I'm expecting the upper part of Great. So yeah, we're looking for the device to enable this mechanism to work, so that we can use these mechanisms to our advantage, not only in this section but also later on in this whole Great section. Also, we have these kind of springy things, these launch pads, which you can use. We already experienced one in a Brinstar location, but there will be a lot of them in this particular place. Well, the way they work is just you curl into your mobile form, you use your bomb in these springy things, and then, yeah, this launch pad just launches you up into the air, and that way, yeah, you can access many new different areas. And yeah, here is our, well, device, which you can enable by curling into your mobile form, and when you do that, yeah, you see these mechanisms, they start to work. So we have these red orbs at the top of them, and when you shoot them, which are kinda currently active because we activated the mechanism, when you shoot them, then that mechanism is kinda going back and forth. So, and speaking about these springy things, which are kinda like these launch pads, which launch you into the air, as you may already noticed, when you activate them and when you are being propelled into the air, well, you can destroy enemies that way as well. And surprise, surprise, here's our second mini-boss, of this game. Apparently, yeah, this game, well, has some kind of fetish towards worms. I don't know why, but that's how it is. But yeah, this is our great worm. As you can see, you have to use your mechanism here quite a lot. So basically, what this one does, he kind of opens his mouth 2 times and then he rams at you. And when he rams at you, this is the moment when you have to, well, ride that mechanism. Then you are being transported to the opposite direction, and then you can shoot this pulsating red orb of this worm. You can use your missiles, you can also use your beam, but I think missiles are more effective, because you can deal with this boss much more faster and easier that way. Yeah, sometimes the boss will just open his mouth and will raise the lava level. Whenever he does that, then you just jump at the top blocks of this place and then you'll be unharmed. Yeah, the lava level kinda goes away. But yeah, this is pretty important just to stay away from that lava, because as you can see, I was kinda missing my timing here with this boss, because it's pretty easy to miss your timing whenever he kinda opens his mouth 2 times and rams at you. And yeah, it's really easy to be dragged into that lava. You can also just stand at the right and left section of this whole room. When you do that, then the boss will kind of ram at you, but he won't deal damage to you. The thing that you have to do when he does that is that just shoot constantly, because from his mouth you can get that way, well, health and also missiles. So yeah, this is a pretty unlucky boss for me, because usually this boss is not taking me so much time to deal with him. But yeah, this particular, well, time was an exception, I guess, so I was kind of pretty unlucky with my timings there with that boss. But anyway, yeah, after you defeat him, well, we can go to this bottom section to, yeah, grab this secret missile tank. So yeah, that's why we visited this particular upper section first, so that we can activate the mechanism, and also, yeah, so that we can deal with this, well, great worm here. Also, this worm is actually completely optional. You can sequence break this worm, you don't have to deal with him at all. But yeah, in order to sequence break this worm and this whole particular section, you need to have a pretty clever bump jumping skills, kinda, to bypass all that. So yeah, on your first playthrough, I don't advise you to do that, really. Also, speaking about blocks, you see we have kind of like 2 types of gray blocks in this game. One of them, they are kind of just crumbling underneath you and then they reappear instantly. They have kind of like these cracks on them. They are kind of pretty self-explanatory, right? But we also have other gray blocks which also crumble underneath you, but one important difference is that you can't kinda well, you can't kinda go from the same direction towards them. I don't know, it's kinda hard to explain. These blocks, we already met them in this whole Let's Play. They have these little white dots on them. So basically, the general idea about them that they are very, very tricky blocks. Basically, if you are crumbling underneath them, then you can't do anything about them anymore. So basically, they can be only accessed from one direction, so to speak. So you can't break them from the different direction, if that makes sense. Yeah, these are the most trickiest blocks in the game, and sometimes they can kind of screw you over a lot of times in this game, so yeah, be careful of these blocks, and yeah, watch out for them. Yeah, you see, there was one block at the top. This is the block that I was talking about. So basically, we drop down, and now we just can't go upwards where that block was. Basically, that block will be just blocking our path. So yeah, that block can be only kind of accessed from one direction. We also have missile blocks in this game. I don't know if you noticed or not, but missile blocks, I noticed that they are very difficult blocks to discover. It makes sense because missile blocks usually lead you to some really important sequence breaks, and what I noticed about these missile blocks is that even your bomb jump scope is not working on them. Basically, you can't use your bombs to discover these missile blocks in many cases. So yeah, they are kind of pretty well hidden in this whole game. So yeah, I like this device which you can just ride on. It just looks so cool. Yeah, when you are riding on this device, you can also shoot. So sometimes it's pretty crucial. For example, here, and there will be some other places as well. So yeah, don't forget that, really. Yeah, the music in this game, in this place, is yeah, pretty cool. Like I said earlier, like in all locations in this game, the music is very atmospheric and thematic, and yeah, gives you some well, pretty cool feeling in your guts, you know. Yeah, you see, for example, here we need to ride this mechanism, but we have these blocks here, so we have to shoot them down so that you are not ramming against them, and so that you don't fall into that lava there. Speaking about lava, yeah, you see, this lava, for example, is kind of like transparent. So yeah, don't trust all the lava in this game. Sometimes lava, well, is tricky. Sometimes it's not lava, sometimes there's just a hidden passage. So yeah, don't trust your eyes. Also, in this particular room, there will be two big enemies here, these two big green dudes. You're kind of trapped between them. For example, here you see, the game expects you to kind of shoot this big dude, then go here with your morph ball, and then kind of shoot him from the different direction. But there's a particular cheese that you can do here. If you go here to the right and stand here, yeah, then you can just shoot this dude from here, and yeah, that way you can destroy this dude much more easier. So yeah, yeah, these dudes, they are pretty dangerous. It takes a lot of shots to kill them. So be really careful, because they deal quite a decent amount of damage to you, and when they kind of change color, for example, when they go from green to red, that means that they don't have much health left, and also it means that they become much more faster as well. So yeah, you see, well, there's no lava here. There's actually a yeah, secret passage. So, and if we are speaking about this time attack mode, which I'm currently playing this game in, well, time attack mode is available to you when you complete this game on time and when you enter a certain code on your kind of like start menu before you start the game, and it's the same as the normal mode. Nothing is changing in this mode, only from one thing. You see, at the end of the game kind of gives you your completion time, and this completion time is just being stored in your game's memory, and this is yeah, the only difference from time attack mode and normal mode. Basically time attack mode is just for your PBs, your speedruns, for example, so that you don't have to remember your best time. So, also this room is pretty interesting, because we have to kind of solve a puzzle here with these springy things, these launch pads, and yeah, when you clear all these blocks, then you launch yourself into the air up to that mechanism, and then you can grab this missile thing. So yeah, you see these mechanisms, well, you don't always have to use your Samus's body, full body, to kind of ride them. You can also use your morph ball. So, and these floating turtles, you can destroy them with your missiles. So you can't destroy them with your normal beam shots. But yeah, when you use these springy things, these launch pads, then you can just destroy all the enemies in the way. And also these springy things, these launch pads, well, it's kind of like a foreshadowing of things to come, because the upgrade that you'll get in Crate actually resembles this shockwave from these launch pads. So yeah, pretty interesting upgrade, but yeah, we'll talk about it much more later, because this whole upgrade, well, there's a lot of things to talk about. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting upgrade, and it's one of the trickiest upgrades actually to master in the game. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, now we are kinda inspecting the below section of Crate. And we still have these, yeah, pipes, which remind me of Mario. Yeah, there are quite a lot of them in this game, so... Yeah, your ice beam is very, very useful in this whole place, because you see these green dudes, they are kinda jumping constantly, so you can freeze them in place with your ice beam. So, yeah. And speaking about upgrades, well, you see in some Metroid games, you can kinda disable some of these upgrades in your status screen. But this game is an exception in Metroid franchise. You can't disable individual upgrades in your status screen. So, yeah. Basically, when you get the upgrade, you kinda stay with it permanently. And here we access our map room. So now we see all the map of Crate, all the basic map, because yeah, Crate has a lot of secret passages, so don't trust your eyes, really. As you can see, we are causing a lot of commotion in this whole area, because we are using this springy thing, this launch pad, yeah, quite a lot in this whole section. Also, you may already notice these Sukaman, these yellow critters. Whenever there is a commotion, which we are kinda creating with these launch pads, they kinda have this funny animation. They're kinda startled like that, you know. The eyes are beginning to pop out or something. It's yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Also here, this puzzle is pretty interesting because you need to have a very, very precise timing here to grab this missile tank. So you see here, you kinda use your bomb to activate that red switch, and then when that mechanism is heading towards you, then you bomb jump to grab the mechanism itself, and then you drop down to that place where is a missile tank. So yeah, grabbing that particular missile tank is not so easy as it may seem, really. So it may take a while for you to grab it, especially since some of the blocks they are kind of crumbling blocks. So, well, I'm noticing we have some interesting looking blocks here. I wonder. Yeah, in this place we'll receive also unknown item number 2. So that's why we have these well, blocks with carvings in them. So, but we are kind of still looking for it. We are still searching for it. So yeah. Yeah, in this episode we kind of inspected quite a lot of this whole section. But in the next episode we'll be yeah, heading towards our big green daddy himself, Kraid. So yeah, look forward for that. Hopefully you have enough missile tanks. Hopefully you have enough missiles, because yeah, that boss requires you to have a lot of them in order for you to destroy him, really. So yeah. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Metroid Zero mission, and yeah, in the next episode we'll be well, dealing with our first main boss of the game. And yeah, hopefully you had a nice time today. So, but yeah, guys, see you all in the next episode. Maybe some secret here? No? Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, guys, cheers!